Hey, Setfed. What's Eggy doing? Will we have ISIS picked? So that's good. ISIS is doing decently then, I guess. EricBR, isn't he like the biggest Eggy OP advocate out there? And he only picks ISIS? That's crazy. But I think Eric says, well, actually, yeah, dude, he's picking Hades. I guess that's for Budapest. But Tsukuyomi, he's picking Tsukuyomi over Set or Bra. No. I don't think Egyptian can be that big. Deimos is big Eggy OP guy. I think Eric is too, isn't he? See, whenever there's a discussion about Egyptian, I think Eric is always out there saying they're great. Hello, Neo. Nice to see you. You're on Twitch today? I am streaming on YouTube too, though. So it's going to be 40 seconds and we'll get into the game. I was gonna watch this series anyways, and I thought, Bot said he was going to cast it, but I thought, you know what, we'll do it anyways. I wanted to watch this series, and I may as well do some chill casting here. Don't think it's gonna be high energy, but we'll do our best to make it entertaining. You're everywhere sometimes. Nice, nice, nice. That's good, that's good. Okay, seems like we are in, so let's head over into the game. Thank you, Niam. Thank you. Go Miniyeti, says Sadfed. Okay. Well, we are in. Miniyeti playing as Quetzalcoatl, and he's doing a standard Quetzalcoatl build order, 3 on wood, and then it's going to be, what is it, 5 on food, and then some on gold, right? With all 3 Calpulis in the beginning. Very, very strong economical start. And for Eric, he's built himself an economic guild. So, with there being an economic guild, it kind of suggests to me that Eric is not going for a 2 TC build, because that is definitely what we've seen being the meta, insofar as there is one for Gaia, is that if you build the economic guild, that's a 1 TC play. If you don't, it's a 2 TC play. Miniyeti is the only one who wanted to do secret scrims with you. Dude, Sadfed, do you even participate in tourneys? You don't, do you? You don't? Yeah, you've never asked me. I would have agreed on the spot, by the way. But yeah, economic guild. And what is it? It's a 1 gold mine ghost leg, so it could just be a 1 TC play here from Eric. Something I've seen Gaia players do with relative amount of success is go for a fast heroic or semi-fast heroic with Thea and just get the Contaria spam going. Because those units can kind of, sort of compete with the Aztec heroic age army. And I know that Eric, at least in his head, is well ahead of the meta. Like I'm sure in his head he understands the meta better than most. So he's got his own ideas of how to approach this matchup, which is great. We'll see what he comes up with. Explain the Eco Guild 2 TC reasoning. So if you build an Eco Guild and you go for a 4-minute 10 advance, you're not going to have the resources to build that second town center. So what's going to end up happening is that you go for 1 additional villager, and then you'll be able to build the TC. But all in all, you're delaying that second town center by approximately 20 to 25 seconds. All just so you can get those extra upgrades early on in the game, which don't even contribute that much. You know, if you're getting 350 of both resources, That's an additional 35 of both resources with that 10% extra income. So it's not that big compared to what it costs. What does it cost? 110 or so. It's actually kind of crazy. Yeah, it's so all in all, it basically means that the second town centers come up a little later. I haven't played around with this build too much, but I imagine maybe it's not 25 seconds. Maybe if you played optimally, it's only like 10 or 15 seconds. But that's what Recon and Quoth says anyways. So the build we're getting here is going to be a 4 minute and 10. And then he is staying on one town center, so we're not going to see what the resources distribution is going to look like. But if he were to go for a straight 2TC boom here, he would not be able to build it immediately. A Blaze River, nice to see you. You're the legend. So weird that's how it works with Eddie. If you rush Eggy's second TC with fast up, it doesn't seem very good. Is that right, Sadfed? What if you use... I think if you use Shifting Sands, or, since you're a set enjoyer, if you build a village center, I think that's how it should work. So long as you have food for villager production, so long as you have your monument out, you know, just the basics, the core basics, get your pickaxe in as well. I think the earlier you get the TC, the better. That's how it should be in theory, because you'll have more villagers out. You'll get a better economy early on. Anyways, double military barracks in from EricBR, so he's going super standard. Very, very standard gameplay here from Gaia. Oceanus, double barracks. This kind of playstyle has been nerfed a few times. Very minuscule nerfs, nothing like major, but nevertheless they have been nerfed. And as a result, a lot of Gaia players are starting to look for other ways of playing the game. But Eric, I guess he's content just doing the same old thing that Gaia players have done pretty much since the beginning of Retold. You'll have to study. Well, Sadford, you should know this better than I do, but when I do Village Center with Set, I just want that Village Center up ASAP. So long as I can continue villager production, so long as I... Yeah, honestly, that's it. Get the Village Center up as soon as possible with constant villager production. And then anything after, you know, that's second thoughts. That's not my primary concern at all. In terms of relics, EricBR has picked up the chocolate. It's a huge relic, plus 4% HP for all human soldiers. The Bow of Artemis, another big relic. Not in the classical age, except it does work on Terma, so they become quite cheap. 76 resources, and then he's also picked himself up the little crow circle, faster armory, cheaper armory upgrades. So 3 really good relics picked up by EricBR. Up here we have the Arrows of the Alfar. Hasn't even bothered picking that one up. 15% extra damage from buildings. It's not bad to have it, although it's not great either, you could argue. Miniyeti doing something interesting here. Haven't even seen at his screen for the longest time here. He's gone for Coyote Warriors, Tequila Archers. A very interesting comp here. Not one that you see Aztecs going for often. And right here, right there, you saw why people don't go Oceanus very often against Aztecs. Because these warrior priests are so ridiculously effective at taking down Caladria. That's really bad for Eric, already losing 1 Caladria. He had invested into a second one already, but, you know, these things, 125 resources, 12 favor, they're a bit cheap, but they're not free. Snipe there with the Terma, though, onto the Tequila Archers. Seems like Eric's just got the better army right here, and Yeti probably shouldn't be looking to take a fight. The Tequila Archers can't really get any hits in, because the Termas are just out here sniping them. Coyote Warriors do manage to kill a bunch of Termers there, but then the Murmillos took quick care of the Coyote Warriors. And these Tequila Archers in such small numbers aren't good enough at taking down the Murmillos, so that's actually an EricBR coming ahead here. It's a good angle for EricBR to make distance here. Did lose the second Caladria as well, though, so now he's left with 13 Mamillos, 5 Terma. But all in all, I think Eric should be happy here. What? The Teshipla in for Miniyeti? What is this? What? That's 20 favor for this. And it's a Quetzalcoatl Teshipla. They're so hard to get value from, especially when you're on the defense, because enemies can just run from them. Miniyeti, what are you doing? What was that? This is just... It's just not working for Miniyeti, this comp here. I like the unorthodoxy, but now force use Tailwind to get out. I like the unorthodoxy of this unit comp. Coyote Warriors, Tequila Archers, not something you've seen before. I haven't seen it before. But it sucks, it looks like. He's not getting the value that he wants from it. He's gone up for the Lullaby God, the Weh Coyotl. Haven't touched on that at all, so he's got access to the Lullaby. Maybe should have just used that a bit earlier. Try to get some of that value in when he could. Because right now that he's so far behind, it's gonna be difficult. Good catch on the Oracle Hero though. Very nice. He's got the Tibonastli drum, so that's some faster Coyote Warriors here. That's huge. Can also get extra Pierce armor from the Werewolf Coyotl. He's keeping up in score. I think in large part that's because of the economy working in Miniyeti's favor. Even if he's against Gaia, I think Eric probably... Yeah, Eric hasn't gotten to the second round of economic upgrades just yet. So all in all, I think Miniyeti is actually pulling ahead in economy. And then it's just Eric winning in military. Termas trying to raid here. 10 Termas can deal damage to villagers, to be sure. But the Chineka in the turret form making these Termas retreat again. Coyote Warriors getting some good value in here. Forcing a bit of idle time and once again taking down an Oracle. And Eric only has 2 Oracles right now. Over on this spot he is quite vulnerable, although he has set up manors, so if he does get raided he'll easily be able to get all of these villagers inside of these manors. But still vulnerable over here to be sure. Ooh, Miniyeti in trouble here. 3 Coyote Warriors going down to these Murmillos. What? And 2 deciding to fight back for whatever reason. That's 5 in total then. EricBR is winning these fights handedly. With the Murmillo Terma composition. So simple. I don't even know. Well, yeah, the Terma obviously are for the Tequila Archers, which Miniyeti has invested into. They'll be nice for defense here, but the Terma, if they're well microed from Eric, he can easily fend these back. And the Carnivora is just huge. You gotta respect the Carnivora whenever it's cast down. Lullaby now being cast, and that's on the back line. So the Murmillos in the front are now forced to retreat, and then Miniyeti doing a good job here. Well, he needs to do a good job here of focusing down 1 unit at a time. I don't think he did that all too well, maybe. But when all is said and done, that was a great Lullaby, and he got a lot of value. Once again making a Teshipla, and Eric sees it, and he just says, I'm out of here. Teshipla is here. 25 seconds. But he's never gonna get any value. Eric simply retreats. Okay, he's losing. I guess the Teshipla is giving the value of 1 Murmillo here. Who's the favorite to win this matchup, or is it evenly matched? It's very hard to say at Blaze River. These 2 players, Miniyeti and Eric, don't play ladder, and they don't stream, so they just play in private, in scrims, where people cannot observe their games. So it's very, very hard to measure how good they are, because they're playing they're hiding everything basically. And we're early on the tournament, we haven't really seen how strong they are. So it's very hard to say. I would say though, probably Miniyeti more success in general for these tournaments. But then Eric, I think, potentially has more scrim experience, and as such, maybe is a bit more on top of the of the meta than what Miniyeti is. It's an interesting matchup in the sense that Miniyeti has his own way of playing the game, as we can see here with the Tequila Archer Coyote Warriors. Very unorthodox comp. So that's very typical of Miniyeti to do stuff like that. That's very unorthodox. And then Eric plays very standard and plays very solid meta gameplay. So with that in mind, it's an interesting matchup. Good raid here with this Mamilla. I don't know how he got here. Maybe the long way around. I'm not sure. Oh, here. But now there's a big fight. Coyote Warriors are in. A bunch of Tequila Archers. And actually Eric forced to retreat here. Caladria in once again. But there are heroes on the side of Miniyeti. Quickly making that Caladria fly down to its death. Teshita made once again though for Miniyeti. These are so expensive. When I play Quetzalcoatl in the classical age, I never make this unless it's like a really, really big fight. Because 20 favor, I just hate throwing that away on what seems to me such a subpar unit. Once again, this is the 4th Teshitla that Miniyeti has made. And every time he does it, Eric just retreats. He just falls back. But Miniyeti putting on a good... What is this Teshitla for? What is this for? Can someone tell me? 20 favor for this. He's gone up. So, you know, there's technologies you can get. You can get Cheneke. I think Cheneke, I guess there's a lot of heroes here. So what else are you going to use the favor on? But like, I don't get it. Big fight occurring here. The Carnivore is huge. Soaking up so much Tequila Archer damage. And this time around, I think EricBR is looking a lot stronger. What are they called? Mamillos, certainly getting a lot of damage dealt onto these Coyote Warriors. And as the Coyote Warriors are dying, the front line is gone, and then the Termas can chase down these Tequila Archers. Even though the speed is actually the same, so I shouldn't say that. 5-speed Terma, 5-speed Tequila Archer. You'd think the Terma were faster because they're on a horse, but with the Wewe Coyotl technology, the drums technology, these Tequila Archers actually goes up to 5-speed, just like the Terma. But it's a rough spot for Miniyeti now, down to half the army of Eric, and he's got to defend this area right here. It's not a great spot to be in. He's forced to take this fight, and he's just not able to compete with the size, the sheer size of Eric's army. Not that many Termas remaining though, so the Archers, if they're well microed, can definitely get a lot of shit done. But once again, a new Teshitla. It's already down to 10 seconds by the time it gets here. And it doesn't get any attacks off. It gets made, and then it never gets any attacks off. I hate it. I really, really hate the Quetzalcoatl Classical Age Teshitla. I hate it so much. Miniyeti wanted to hunt up here, but couldn't really defend that spot. Maybe it would have been nice for Miniyeti if he went up here to hunt and then for gold as well, because then he would just be defending himself up here. Now he's mining gold here, and then he's unable to hunt there because he can only have his army in one place at once. But actually, some good defense here from Miniyeti. He's managed to get a decently sized army. But Eric is going after Rhea, and he's spamming a shit ton of Mamillos. So he'll be able to get the minus 15% vulnerability to hack attacks from Rhea soon enough. And he'll be able to get heavy infantry as well. And I think by that time, he's gonna be so goddamn strong. Hello, Blumba. Lumba. Gaia Eco is crazy, to be honest. So is the Quetzalcoatl, though. I think this game has not been decided by a crazy Gaia economy. I think it's been decided by Eric winning the skirmishes with a superior army comp. I don't think this Tequila Archer Coyote Warrior comp is working out for Miniyeti, if I have to be honest. But Heroic Age is in for Eric. Doesn't have the resources for any of the big value technologies that you get access to in the Heroic Age. So he's actually just sitting on the same technologies as he was before. So right now, not getting any value from that heroic age at all. But nevertheless, he's still winning the fight. Because he's just so far ahead. He's won every skirmish so far, resulting in him now just dominating this, even while going up heroic and not getting anything from it. It's huge here from Eric. He's taking this one, I think. The gold mine here will not be able to be defended much longer. Nah, Eric takes it. Hello, Sins. Nice to see you. Bonjour. Bonjour. Well played to Eric. Strong Gaia gameplay here. Very, very strong standard Gaia gameplay. And a bit unfortunate that this unit composition here from Yeti didn't work out at all. Because I love seeing the unorthodoxy coming out of this Canadian menace. But yeah, it wasn't meant to be here. Oslo the Warrior beats Mamillos. I think so too. Defiance. That's what I would want to do. I would just go Oslo Warriors. Yeah, the Coyote Warriors. Ah, Sins, thank you so much. You're too kind. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ah, we'll have it 5 times now. Go back to the draft. Oh, I don't have I don't have the let me just do this. I need the alerts on this screen as well. There we go. Now you can see alerts here. If anything spectacular is about to happen. Thank you so much, Sins. Well deserved. Ah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Barf, barf, barf. Sorry, Zedfed. You know what I could do, Zedfed? If I set up the streamer bot, I don't know if Urush has ever bugged you about that. But if I do that, then I can make it so when you subscribe to me, you'll get the yodeling. I should do that, honestly. So you don't barf whenever you sub to me. Alright, 2.5 minutes and we'll get on to the next game. Who's gonna win? EricBR looked very dominant in this first game here. And I don't know if that means much. Because Miniyeti, it's just unfortunate that the comp that he went for didn't work. So I wouldn't think too much about this first game. Let's just call it a first game rust that Miniyeti needs to shake off, and then I'm sure if he gets into a matchup where he feels a bit more comfortable, where he knows exactly what to do, I think then we'll be seeing Miniyeti in his right element. Oh, Pegasus Rush. Thank you, thank you. No, I'll keep that between us. I'll keep that between us. Isis, please, that would be sick. Would love to see some Isis here. His friends do think it'll add him some chances to win. Let's just not comment on that. If I speak, I am in trouble. Dude, what was that Garnath game earlier? I saw that villager rush on the T. He had won the game and then he sends all of his villagers over onto Recon's TC. I saw that and then I just said to myself, alright, I'm not watching this shit anymore. We're watching Yeti versus Eric instead. What the hell was that? Subpoena Garnath PayPal. Yep. Yeah. For real though. We want to see how much it costs, because I want to know that too. Which gods do you play these days, Pegasus? You need to copy. Usually you have a good understanding. Whenever you spam one god, you always come up with a nice approach of how to play that god. Suku craze? Maybe I should go and copy your Suku then. I'm really good with Tsukuyomi come mid to late game. I think I play that better than most, or at least I recognized how to play that earlier than anyone out there. But I struggle early mid game these days because I don't play him. Anyways, we are about to get in here. There we go. Welcome to... what is the map here? Welcome to Giza, recalibrated 1.3. It's EricBR on... oh my god, this is so nice. EricBR on Tezcatlipoca. EricBR says he's the best Tezcatlipoca gamer out there. And I played Tezcatlipoca versus Matreus. Admittedly, I sucked that game. I must admit I sucked that game, but Eric was not shy about telling me that I sucked that game either. So, should be exciting to see this. Why not playing Odin? Want to see some hospital order? I think a lot of people will do that, actually, since I think a lot of people will do it. He's not getting the Kalpuli edition on food or wood or gold. Opinion on this build? I don't like it. Versus Oranos, you're not gonna get aggressed on early on Giza? Bro, there's no reason not to go full, what did you call it, economy maxing build here. No reason not to. Just go for 5-minute advance, or what is it, 4:45. It's, I see no reason not to. This is a Greek build order. Like, he's playing as if there's nothing additional you can get in the archaic age. All he wants is a temple and then advance. But that's not the case. You're playing Aztecs. There's so much more that you can squeeze in. But, yeah, we'll see. Dude, these Kalpuli editions, I think people underestimate them. They're, most people are starting to wake up to how good they are. But plus 15%. If you get all three, and early on it's very easy to have your entire economy buffed by that plus 15%. If you're missing out on that, just because you're doing a lazy archaic age build order, I think you're setting yourself behind. I don't like this. Whatever. Miniyeti is going for pretty standard stuff. No early Oracle Hero, no early additional Oracles, no early, what are they called? Economic upgrades either. So what we're gonna be seeing, I imagine, is probably 2 Sky Passages on key spots around the map. Maybe one over here would go really hard, and then maybe one over here would go really hard. I don't think there's any other approach. There's maybe a 2 TC boom could be it. But I don't like that versus Tezcatlipoca. I don't like it one bit. Yo, I'm not showing the scoreboard. There we go. Much better. How much does it cost to upgrade Kalpuli? You want to play Cats? Yeah, so it's 150. It's a steep price to get all 3 early on. 450 resources additional can be a lot if you're against Kronos, Zeus, Poseidon, any god that can rush you really hard. It can be maybe a bit much, but versus most gods, especially a god like Oranos, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't. But maybe this is a good reason why. Because you want to go out here early. Dude, Eric is perplexing me. I don't understand the gameplay here. He's killed a bunch of zebras, but now he's abandoning this area. He wants to get this hunt here while he can, before Miniyeti gets too much of a presence on the map. It's not a bad play at all to do that, to realize that right now he can hunt, and then maybe 2 or 3 minutes from now it's going to be difficult. It's not a bad play. And given that he hasn't invested into a Kalpuli edition on food, he can do this. But yo, you're getting pickaxe? Pickaxe? Guys, pickaxe is plus 10% gold income, and it costs 170 resources. Kalpuli addition costs 150 resources, and it gives plus 15%. What am I watching here? I think Eric has got a really solid game plan. Much more solid than what I did versus Matreus the other day. Much more solid. So when I flame him here, don't take it like me bashing on the player. I think he's very, very strong with Tezcatlipoca. But there's just something in the early game where I can't help but comment on it. Warrior Priest shut down Caladria. Yeah, so hard. Caladria seems... I actually see Oceanus from Miniyeti as well. Maybe he wants it for Bite of the Shark more than anything. Because we did see just last game how hard Caladria got shut down. I don't know. If I'm against Aztecs, I would just prefer getting, what is it called? Depth of Fire upgrade. Get that additional economy in, and then you can aim for a semi-fast heroic with Thea, and then you use your Contarius as your main unit. Then you don't need the Bite of the Shark. Oh yeah, so when you have one Kalpuli edition, additional ones that you're getting, or subsequent ones, will be 1/3 of the price. There's only the first one that costs 150. Still a steep price though, so it's gonna cost 75 for a Kalpuli and then 50 on top of that. So it means that if you only have 5 berries, oftentimes I don't think it's worth at all to build a Kalpuli with the Kalpuli edition just for this. Which is a bit lame, but it is what it is. See Miniyeti over here? Village center! It's a village center. Not a bad call. I think this is not a bad call on Giza, where you have one rhino with no gold mines behind it. And he's even walled off the sides here, meaning EricBR is very unlikely to even scout this village center. I don't hate this. I don't hate this from Miniyeti at all. It's a bit late, maybe. That's the one thing I have to say, is that the timing is a bit off. But other than that, I think that's a sick play. Because let's continue watching this from Eric's perspective. Feel like transferring addition should be something like 10 wood, to be honest. Either that, or maybe the initial Kalpuli should just be 50. 75 is such a high price for the Kalpuli. It's not like Aztecs are in need of buffs, so if we were to buff the Kalpulis and the additions, that would come with nerfs to the army or something. But yeah, it is a bit strange how chicken and berries cannot effectively be buffed by the Kalpuli edition simply because of how inefficient it is. One issue here is Miniyeti is booming now. That's crazy. That's good. That's cool. But we know that Eric is going heroic now through Koyal Shauki. And I think Eric would play exactly the same no matter the circumstances. If he knew there was a village center, he would still do exactly what he's doing right now. So I think that's maybe a thorn in the plans of Miniyeti here, is the fact that while he's being sneaky, I think effectively it doesn't actually do much. Because Eric is just going heroic. He's gonna get all... Oh, nice raid here from Miniyeti. It's a good villager kill. Any villager kill on the fast heroic Tezcatlipoca really, really, really hurts. But that's good on Miniyeti. But yeah, the game plan from Eric, it's gonna be the exact same no matter what. Can't mind game that which has no brain. Yeah, exactly. Like, with Tezcatlipoca, you have one thing that's really, really strong in your game plan, and that's going heroic, and it's getting Tzitzimitl and Jaguar Riders. So I should say two things. Tzitzimitl, Jaguar Riders, those are the two things that are stupidly strong when you're playing Tezcatlipoca. And as such, if you're being sneaky and building a village center, it's not going to change anything. The plan remains the same for Eric. And the only difference that it makes is that Eric doesn't quite realize that he is on some form of timer here. But yeah, the game plan is the same. Good raid once again. Mamilo's getting a lot of value here. Already invested into the Empyrean speed before Bite of the Shark. Before medium infantry as well. I really love that actually. Really love that decision from Miniyeti. Going for the speed more than anything, and it's I think in both of these two raids that he's done here, I think having that technology over any of the others have been instrumental in getting those 2 kills down. Anyways, Eric playing calmly, getting the Levy Great Temple Soldiers. He's got the Qualifier Keystone, of course. So what he's doing now is he's just preparing to get 3 Jaguar Riders. Once they're out, he's going to upgrade them to heavy Jaguar Riders. And then while he's doing that, he's getting himself the unique Tezcatlipoca upgrade. He's getting the Tebonatli drums. And he's now preparing for the heavy upgrade as well. All the upgrades coming in for Eric, basically. And I think this is what Eric told me. During this time, the 30 seconds, like right now, is so instrumental when playing Tezcatlipoca. You need to get damage done very, very soon. During this time, while you're getting heavy Great Temple Soldiers, is a great time to pick up some armory upgrades, because you are floating resources. It's 30 seconds of idle time on this Great Temple. 52 civilian population versus 27. Bruh. I think this game is potentially gonna come down to whether Tezcatlipoca is hella busted or not. I think Tezcatlipoca is definitely busted, but is he hella busted? That's the question. And I think this game is gonna reveal it. Because we look at the economy here, we look at the massive advantage that Miniyeti has put himself in terms of income, and you just ask yourself, what is this going to amount to? How is Eric ever going to be able to compete here? There's a back gold mine, protected by the village center for what it's worth. We have Heroic in for Miniyeti as well. He's got Chaos available. I don't know if Chaos is... Oh my god, nice little maneuver here from Miniyeti. Killed 1 Jaguar Riders. And the citizen survives. Gotta do some small bits of this again. I think these satyrs are potentially really strong here. For what we're seeing here, satyrs, if you had just a few more, would go hard. Nice on garrison here from Miniyeti. He's taking down 2 Jaguar Riders, and every unit he takes down like this, more or less for free, is so big. Because the eco difference is almost double in favor for Miniyeti. And Miniyeti just says, alright, fine, we'll abandon this area for now. There's still so many resources over here. 12 goats remaining with 200 food in them. Still 2,500 gold in this. Oh my god, there's so much gold available. So much wood available. And in terms of oracles, there's 5 out on the field. Satyrs being built. I think Miniyeti is looking strong. He's gotta avoid taking bad trades here, though. That one's looking alright for him, but yeah, you gotta be so careful. Starfall still hasn't been used. There's a Lullaby. Chaos now used. Carnivora used. Where was used? Right on top of all the Jaguar Riders. Starfall still not used. Hello? There we go. There's the Starfall. Shockwave following up as well. It's everything being used at once. Everything is being used. Miniyeti needs to target down the warrior priests from the TC here. But yeah, the Starfall is coming in, and these Titsi Middle actually aren't upgraded. Oh my god! 7 upgraded satyrs here. Look at this score here. Miniyeti's doing so well for himself. He's even raiding with the Contarius while I'm yapping while this is going on over here. Dealing lots of damage to Eric. Oh my god, there's 2 villagers remaining here. I don't know how many he lost. 28 to 70. Hello? This is what I'm talking about when I say Miniyeti just needs to get into a position where he's feeling comfortable. Like, he sees the back gold mine with the nice cliff and the forest protecting it, and in his head, he knows that there are options available to him that his opponent won't suspect, like the village center here. And he knows exactly how to play against it, and Eric does not know how to play against what he's up against here. This is why we love Miniyeti, it's because he's coming up with unorthodox approaches to the game. He's just enjoying the defensive satyr game right now. And still got 5 oracles out on the map. That's also huge for him. He could have even more, like 1 over here. There could be stationed another oracle here and 1 there. Would go really hard for that extra favor income. When you're Uranus and you go through the Oceanus into Hyperion route, any amount of favor that you get is huge because it allows you to build additional satyrs or to reuse all of your high impact god powers. Holy! Big play here from Eric. I don't know if this was something he was waiting for, but he had the heavy Jaguar riders hidden inside. And as such, Miniyeti just sends the citizen to its own death here. Really big play. So the issue for Miniyeti here, the only issue remaining for Miniyeti that I can see is that at some point he... Oh my god, these satyrs don't have ballistics? Oh my god, you gotta get ballistics, Miniyeti. He misses those shots and immediately he gets ballistics. That's so cool. No, but yeah, the only issue I can see for Miniyeti here is he needs to get out for gold and town centers at some point. He's getting a town center now. There's a gold angle up here already now, establishing a sky passage. And yeah, the one issue that I'm imagining here, it's kind of being taken care of here for Miniyeti. You can even take it very slowly, start establishing walls like here. If you can do that against these Jaguar riders, that's huge because Jaguar riders can jump, but they cannot jump over walls. Once again, great job to Eric. Gotta give Eric kudos for stopping the corner sky passages. Something that a lot of people will allow Uranus players to do. Just get these sky passages up for free. And then whenever the Uranus players are utilizing the sky passages, people get frustrated about how good they are. But, you know, there is counterplay to it. And the counterplay is to stop it, like Eric is doing here. What was that? Nothing used, just obsidian mirror. But Miniyeti's army is humongous here. Chaos used. And the satyrs getting into position. They had used their special attack already. Oh my god, the special attacks didn't really amount to much here. They came up at a very awkward time. But all in all, Miniyeti's just so far ahead. Teshitla coming in here. Needed that a bit earlier, I think. Will definitely be able to fend off these satyrs, but the Contarius can take care of the Teshitla. Huge shockwave there from Eric. Really, really strong. But this unit count from Miniyeti is strong. Alex says Miniyeti needs hero Contarius. That's not true. When you have satyrs, you don't need heroes. These have triple multiplier against myth units, and as such, any Tzitzi in the mix here just gets targeted down by the satyrs very, very easily. Huge win here for Miniyeti. This was so nice to see. EricBR, with his signature Tezcatlipoca, getting outperformed here by Miniyeti's Uranus. Loved the early walls, denying vision for Eric, and then the village center behind it really disallowed Eric to know what was going on. And yeah, all in all, the Tezcatlipoca game plan just didn't work out at all when there's this many resources available to the boomy Uranus player. Well played, Erico. Well played to Miniyeti. Okay, it seems like we're going to Budapest next. It's gonna be 2.5 minutes. I'll just grab some water and I'll be right back. But game starting soon. Don't worry. I don't want to cast with Void, like together. I don't know. I could do that, I guess. We did that earlier today, actually. But when I started my stream, he was still casting another series. So I guess that's the reason why, actually. First time on Soupcast feels like I'm cheating. Why? Haven't had much time to keep up. Are you playing the LAN tournament and who has qualified so far? So this is the qualifier for the LAN event. This weekend and the next 4 weekends, one player will qualify. So that's 5 in total. And then everyone who's won an S-tier tournament is already invited. So that's the Mister, the Rebel, and Kvoth. So they'll be there, those 3. And then the qualifiers are to figure out the other 5 people going there. So yeah, I'm playing the qualifiers. I beat Matreus this yesterday in a nice 3-0. I didn't play spectacularly, if I have to be honest, but good enough to beat him. But I think I'll be playing Tunison tomorrow. That's gonna be a very, very rough one. I'm like 99% certain that Tunison is gonna qualify for Athens. He's so solid. So yeah, if I lose to him, I'm not gonna be sad about it because he's gonna qualify no matter what, I think. Anyways, game has started. Hope Magic makes it too. Yeah, me too, a Blaze River. I hope so too. I want to meet Magic in Athens. Thanks, guys. Grazie. Anyways, EricBR versus Miniyeti on Demeter. Love the Demeter pick here. And already now, what the hell? EricBR sending a villager on the right side and the left side. What is this? Is this a joke? The start? Is that what you're referring to? I want to see how this turns out. Dude, this is so crazy. If this position gets withered, Eric will not have any wood at all for fishing boats. Is this a joke? You mean this, right? The Catascopus here. Surely this is gonna get withered. Oh my god, Eric is in trouble. This tree remains. That's huge for Eric, actually. He needed that. No, you meant Demeter. What do you think of this, Pegasus? Isn't this crazy? The double duck start like this. Anyways, let's see what Miniyeti is doing. He's doing the same! Is this the meta now? I'm so behind. You like it? Okay. Well, seems like that's what both are doing. But let's see. Yeah, I want to see from Eric's perspective, because I think this wither counters it hugely. Run for the sea. There's one fishing boat out for Eric, now getting his second. Miniyeti, meanwhile, it's 3 out already. The wither is coming in huge here. I think, honestly, that's why we picked Demeter here, is for the early wither and how much damage it deals to a Greek player or a Japan player or anyone who's reliant on a store, on an more or less expensive storehouse to drop off wood. Drop out, the overlay is switched. Let me just make sure that it's entirely correct. Cheers, Androcino. Thank you, thank you. There's 4 fishing boats now for Eric. Miniyeti has got 6. All in all, maybe not the biggest disaster here for Eric, but we'll see as we get into the early classical. That's where we'll see if potentially Miniyeti has found himself with a huge advantage, which I can imagine being the case. We're watching this from Eric's perspective because I think this is the most interesting. I want to assess how much damage the Wither has dealt. 10 villagers on wood, 3 on food. Only now is 1 villager going on over to gold. This is going to be a giga late advance for Eric. Big fan of Hades? Yeah, I am too. Hades is like a top 3 favorite god of mine. Not the way Divine plays it. No hate for Divine, but he makes Hades look so boring. And there's the final dog in for Eric. I'm a Firefox school of Hades enjoyer myself. 4 boats over here, 4 boats over here, and then 8 down here eventually. There's kind of an even split, but I think that, well, actually Miniyeti is, he's about the same time with this stock, but then instead, Miniyeti has got this temple up nice and early, 8 goats already in position. He's looking for a fast advance, certainly faster than what Eric will be able to muster, and then it might be this cheeky Ares play. I say it might be the Ares play, and then as I'm saying it, I'm seeing the Ares already pre-queued. Pre-queued? Dude, my god. There's 3 seconds until his villager is out, and he's pre-queuing Ares? This is crazy. If I was coaching Miniyeti right now, I would flame him, and I would say, that sucks, what are you doing? But I'm not. I'm casting, so I'll restrain, what is it called? Restrain myself. Yes, that's the word. Yeah, this is so bad. So bad. Don't do this, guys. You can do it in heroic or classical. When you're going heroic or mythic age, I think it's fine. But in archaic age, my god, you're losing out on effectively 60 resources doing this. Let's go back over to Eric's perspective. I want to see the disaster unfold. It's going to be a 6-minute advance, later than 6-minute advance from Eric. We'll see if it's going to be a disaster unfolding, but I can imagine it might be it. It's almost a minute later advance from Eric. Ares is in now. We got Orpheus with his with his lyre, and he's whacking at the duck. Out of context, this is such a weird thing going on right here. What is Orpheus doing? Ajax securing Blanket of Empress Zoe, or so. I never know that. But vulnerability to cross attacks for buildings actually might come into play here. Oftentimes on Budapest, we are gonna see early Petropolis and early Siege Wars. So, not a bad relic to pick up. It's not a high impact relic either, let's be honest, but it's not useless. The Cyclops is in, but so is Ajax, so is the Minotaur, and bit of a blunder here from Miniyeti. Holy, it's a big blunder from Miniyeti for asking me. Losing the Cyclops like that? Minotaur also goes down, for what it's worth, almost. But I would say the Cyclops, you need to get more value than the next to nothing value that we have right here. Over here, 2 military academies in for Miniyeti. Eric has already scouted it, and as a response, he's making an armory, a market, and an archery range. Looking to go heroic already now. Persane is in for Eric, for Miniyeti. He's also got Persane. Both. What is Miniyeti doing? Oh, Miniyeti has got the... What is this called? Deimos Sword of Dread. So he'll be spamming Hypasphists. But why Why are you making high pacifists? What are you countering? Because Eric has got no hoplites. He does have a military academy. He's got 3 of them, in fact. But there are no hoplites here. There's nothing for these high pacifists to counter. This is the kind of play you can make when you're against Norse. Because you know there's going to be hearses there. And you know that Norse is reliant on getting infantry out. But Hades is not. In fact, you might argue that you're playing right into what Hades loves doing more than anything, which is spamming archers. When your army consists of mostly high pacifists, EricBR says, alright, perfect, thank you. I'll be making pure archers against your pure high pacifist army. And EricBR is going to have a wonderful time. Eric got medium infantry? It's not the worst. Eric, so weird. Eric sees the high pacifists and he's saying, alright, I can counter high pacifists with my own anti-infantry unit. So weird. If this was me, I would be making Toxotes. Maybe the reason for high pacifist here is the fact that they cost 60 food, 25 gold, and both of these players have 18 fishing boats. 16 fishing boats, excuse me. And so you gotta spend the food on something. May as well be high pacifists. I think maybe that's the case here. But yeah, look at this. Forward fortress. We see this so often on Budapest. Sick 4 villager advantage for Miniyeti. But he's not heroic. He's going heroic now. That's why there's a villager advantage. Does Eric have... No, Eric doesn't have Vaults of Erebus. Something I've been debating myself. Is it ever worth... when is it worth getting Vaults of Erebus as Hades on water? And I think in a lot of cases, it's not that worth it. Because you lose momentum when you get it. Eric is playing this one well. Miniyeti got a lot of good things done early, but like... There's just not enough happening right now for Miniyeti. This early sort of Deimos Sword of Dread game plan was just not it. Didn't make any sense whatsoever. And there's a new Cyclops here now. It's not gonna do anything. Eric is 3rd age. He's got access to Chiron. Chiron is an amazing hero. Such a good hero. He'll take quick care of that Cyclops, and I see no way out here for Miniyeti. Sentinels being cast as soon as the fortress is finished. And once you're behind here in a Greek mirror, and your opponent has the forward fortress, as we see Eric with right now, so difficult to see where you even go. Why is Miniyeti on this many villagers? Has he built a village center or something stupid? Oh, he's got a town center. Sorry. This is so out of the ordinary. Why would you build a town center here? That's crazy. Well, that does shake things up now. That puts a lot of pressure onto Eric to get damage done. But then I would also say Eric is in a perfect position to get damage done. He's spamming Petropolis right now. He'll be making 4 Petropolis. And he'll spend the next 4 minutes taking down buildings with them. And I think this boom that Miniyeti's done here is going to be very, very hard to utilize properly. Because these Petropolis, they're going to keep pumping out for Eric. Aren't they? Sitting on 2 just now, but he's actually preferring to get Shaft Mine and Vaults of Erebus with just 2 Petropolis, so... It's a slow burner from Eric, but he is in a great spot, and I don't know what Miniyeti's gonna do here. 15 high pacifists, 9 Peltas, 4 Toxotes, and then a bunch of good random Greek stuff. Let's see here. Curse being used. Pestilence being used as well. The Cyclops here actually not being microed, whacking at the Achilles, and as a result didn't even get to use the throw on this small little Hypaspis mass. Restoration, so much better than Pestilence here, and as a result it's Eric just taking the W. Yeah, GG. Some good stuff from Miniyeti early on, but good comeback for Eric as well. Got the super late advance in, never really punished for the late advance, and Yeah, just the early heroic game plan, early fortress, everything just coming together for Eric so much sooner than it did for Miniyeti. Miniyeti made so many odd mistakes here. I think the second TC is never it. When you're against Hades and you're building an immediate second town center, you're just inviting this to happen. The forward fortress with the Sentinel, with the Petropolis, you cannot defend against it if you're on 2 town centers. So, yeah, Miniyeti put himself in a very, very bad spot here. Lost because of the sword upgrade? Arguably, yeah. Arguably, yes. Alright, it's gonna be like 3 or 4 minutes until we get into the next game, but we can update the score meanwhile. It's 2-1 for Eric. I said before, if there's a favorite here, it probably would be Miniyeti, just based on past performances in tournaments. Hello, Avely. Nice to see you here. Hope all is well in Deutschland. The Sentinels do more damage than towers? No, they don't. But considering you get 5 of them for free, they deal a lot of damage. The screen is wrong. Miniyeti and Eric must be switched. Ah! Dude. Flip them. It's very easy to get this swapped around. There's such a thing as tower rushing in AOM coming from AoE 2. No, not like you see it in AoE 2. Maybe with one major god. There's 23 major gods in AOM, and I think with one of them, there's something quite similar to what you'd see in AoE 2. But generally speaking, no, not the case. Which is good, because I sometimes check into Hera or Viper's stream. Viper mostly, more than anything. He's a cool guy. Whenever I see something like a tower rush in AoE 2, I'm thinking, what the hell? Isn't this so annoying to play against? Yeah, exactly, Nuwa. Nuwa can do a type of tower rush. Do you remember the weird tower conversion thing? It's still there. I feel like Tezcatlipoca can pull it off. Oh yeah, true. Tezcatlipoca, the issue is the tower upgrade is so expensive in AOM. 400 resources, and then on top of that, you need to build new towers on your enemy's side. If you do that, you know, you just won't. That's a lot of resources you're spending on towers that you're not spending on army. And as a result, you're just gonna have an inferior army. And then, yeah, you can have your forward towers, but it's hard. And your enemy is just gonna swap around the map. They're gonna look for other gold mines, other places to hunt, and so on. As you see, Orc Tower Rush in Warcraft 3. I've never played Warcraft 3, like actually. I played it as a kid, but no clue what I was doing, I'm sure. It's a micro-heavy game. Yeah, I know that much. Because you have so many abilities on so many of your units. $20 and we'll get into the next game. Also feels like infantry is pretty common throughout the game. In AoE2, men-at-arms can tear them down, kind of, but in AOM seems so much investment for something that can be taken down so easily. Yes, that's another thing. Villagers have a 4 times multiplier versus towers. So you need to find some protection for your towers as well if you're doing a tower rush. It's kind of difficult to pull off against a competent player. But let's get into the, what is this, 4th game. Alright, welcome everyone to Elysium. Spawning on the top side of the map, it's EricBR playing on Susanoo. And in the bottom of the map, it's Miniyeti playing as Fushi. I feel like this is a matchup that we've seen a lot already. Fushi versus a Japanese. Whether it's Tsukuyomi, Amaterasu, or Susanoo, I think the dynamic is more or less the same. Even though there's, to be sure, a lot of differences between the Japanese gods, it does feel like the dynamic of the Fushi versus Japan matchup is more or less the same. So this should be an interesting game for me to analyze, to see how it goes, and to see who's favored here. I'm kind of inclining to say that Fushi is probably favored a bit here. China sits on Japan, but Susanoo flips the dynamic. How so, Pegasus? Because the counter units are still there. You know, halberdiers beats cavalry, cavalryers beats archers, fire archers beats samurais. That remains the case. But maybe you like the god power spammage, the mobility. What is it you like about Susanoo? Yeah, the AoE, it's insane. You do Kusanagi, that takes down half of the HP of the small China units. And then you go Thunderburst after. It's ridiculous. There is a counter to it though. And the counter is to establish a Baolei over here and cast Forest Protection on it. And then you just play defense while going Mythic Age. The issue, of course, becomes fire wheels that can siege down the location, and then Raiju that can spread chaos with their raids. But you gotta do defense, and you gotta get the forest protection in. Because if you allow the Kusanagi to just take down half of the HP of your small units, and then follow it up with a Thunderburst, that's how you lose this matchup. I figured out that much. Kusanagi is so strong. When you're against civilizations that rely on small, cheap units, such as halberdiers, javelineers, pioneers, Kusanagi gets insane value, as does Thunderburst. But there are ways of outmaneuvering it, and I think what you gotta do is you gotta get the better economy early on with the Kuafu. Either that, or you can invest into Yatze if you're feeling very confident in your ability to get raids off. And then you want to hit like a semi-fast heroic with a nice army, nice enough that you can establish the Baolei, and then you just camp behind it. And you continue sitting on your superior economy, and then I think slowly you will be able to, once you get enough upgrades, once you get to the mid to late game stage, you can definitely move out and not fear those god powers as much as you need to in the early to mid game.
Nani?
9 villagers on hunt for EricBR. 2 on gold, 2 on wood. He's got 3 Mikos out, so that's a lot of Mikos. Nice little shrine established over here, one over here, and another one here. An issue on Elysium is that you don't have that many forests. See, 3 forests in the beginning, so that does mean that when you have 3 Mikos out, one of them are gonna have to go outside the base. It could be a bit hard to protect this Miko. Is husbandry a good upgrade to get early on? Feels so expensive for just a handful of chicken. Well, for chicken, but it also works on your pigs, you know? Goats, pigs, herdables. So it's good. It allows you to carry plus 15 food, and your chicken gets you gather food from chicken faster and from herdables. And once you start farming, those plus 15 carrying capacity becomes very valuable, because oftentimes your farms are going to be inefficiently placed, and then not having to walk all the time is very, very nice. So husbandry is something you always want to get. You want to get it early on? I think the answer is if you have a lot of pigs or goats, then yeah. Kido even do 4 early Miko? Yeah. Yeah, why not? If you're against someone where you don't feel the early aggression, just go ahead and do it. Why not? 4 Mikos now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huge favor income here for EricBR. Already sitting on some Bushido. Over here. Sorry, I missed that completely. Kitsune trying to get some value off. Did get a small bit of Bushido going, which is nice. But no additional 1 Yudo being made. I liked Pegasus Rush's idea of building, you know, even just 2 early 1 Yudo. Get this passive XP going, which is going to give you Bushido, which is going to make your regular soldiers better. Does Chukuno serve any purpose at the moment? I think so. If you need archers against generalist units that are not infantry, I think those are your best bets. So, against Shogun, for example, Chukuno are amazing. If you're against Greek heroes, if you're against even myth units, you know, Chukuno are good. And fire archers are only good against infantry. So that's if you're against cavalry, myth units, Shogun type units, stuff like that, you need Chukuno. If you want archers for that purpose. Yeah, 4 Mikos out. Does Miniyeti realize it? I don't think he does. Yeah, he hasn't scouted it at all. 4 Kuafu out from Miniyeti. Not that many, honestly. Sitting on 27 favor. What? That's not good. You cannot sit on this much favor early on as China. You gotta spend it. Either you use it for Kuafu spam, that's like the standard play, or you use it for early myth unit spam. Sitting on favor is, it's a faux pas in China. If you want to integrate into Chinese culture, you cannot sit on favor at 7 minutes into the game. Early assault as Fushi? Yeah, it makes sense against Japan. Susanoo is slow to get started. Doesn't have any super units out early. Needs to get the military production down before they get units. So, it's a fine decision. But, my god, 30 favor here for Miniyeti. That's so bad. And he's just making more peasants. Oh, weird, man. Dude, Miniyeti, sometimes he's a genius. Holy shit. Okay. I don't know if you're still here. AoE 2 player in chat asking for, is there tower rush in AOM? You're kind of seeing it now. Kusanagi used. Huge damage. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. Huge damage from the Kusanagi. Lightning weapons now used. Lots of 1U. Well, actually, just one Yuta going down, but Bushi in the back are being taken down. Neja is out. Yep, Neja is chasing these things around. Here we go. That's a tower rush. Nice play from Miniyeti. Nice aggressive play. This gold mine will not be able to be mined from as soon as this starts targeting down the villagers. Bushi going down is huge as well. This building has already paid for itself. It's insane. This is such a good value. Such a good play from Miniyeti. I am stealing this. I'm incorporating this into my Fushi game plan. Yeah, I'm stealing this. This is mine now. So, that's so big. EricBR can no longer use this gold mine, meaning that Miniyeti can continue spamming units and he can just focus his attention over here. The issue is, lightning weapons is no longer available, and before you know it, Kusanagi is up and available again for Eric. And we've already seen once the amount of damage that Kusanagi can deal. So, while I do love this play from Miniyeti, it's also a bit expensive, and I think it's put him behind in the sense that he can no longer just take a straight up fight now. Over on this spot. 54 favor Miniyeti? What? EricBR sees this building and he just says, fine, I'll use this as a gold mine. And he's absolutely fine with that. He's got 5 Infernal, 1 Yudo now. In terms of Bushido, he is at Bushido tier 2, and he's almost a quarter of the way to Bushido tier 3. Kusanagi now, not the best I've seen. Miniyeti dodges that Kusanagi for now, but the Infernal 1 Yudo is dealing lots of AoE damage during the retreat there. One thing to keep in mind here is the fact that there is no healing available for Miniyeti. He does have healing in the heroic age if he goes for Gomang, but he's already pre-queued Nuba. So any damage that's being dealt to Miniyeti's army is more or less permanent. And now the 1 Yudo is just going to take quick care of these military camps. These military camps cost 250 resources, by the way, in total. So if those goes down, that's a big drain. The Neja going down. Just take 1 Yudo down with it. The Pioneers now taking another 1 Yudo down, but there are archers taking care of the Pioneers. Now three Infernal 1 Yudos remaining and no heroes on the side of Miniyeti. I think EricBR is looking very, very strong. Actually, let's just do this. Oops. It's right now, right? Yes. Alex, you're my producer. Yeah, Eric is looking strong. Big investment here for Miniyeti, not really paying off too big. I think maybe this was a bit premature for Miniyeti to make that kind of play. Given the fact that Eric would simply swap from this gold mine over to the next, it seems like it was too early for Miniyeti to make that kind of play. And Eric knows how to abuse Susanoo here, and the way to do that is to simply just allow your 1 Yudos to get the XP trickle going here for free. He's gonna raid a bit with the horses just to get some action going, to put some pressure onto his opponent, see what he's up to, etc. But during that whole thing, he's just sitting there, letting the 1 Yudo get Bushido in, and before you know it, Eric is gonna hit Bushido tier 3, and that's gonna be so rough for Miniyeti to do anything about. Eric now getting Hunt as well. Still lots of pigs remaining in base. The Shrine of the Hunt is just so good. Such a ridiculously good god power. It's meaning that Eric is hunting all this time, and he'll be hunting and herding, killing chicken for a long while as well. There's no farm transition to be had for Eric for a long while. There's a gong, meaning Miniyeti has hit Gomang. So we did see the Nuba being pre-queued, but it is actually Gomang. And already now Wang Di is pre-queued as well, with a Baolei being built. That's interesting for Miniyeti. That's the kind of shit I like to see. Utilizing the Peach Blossom Spring to really leapfrog his way, maybe all the way to Mythic Age here. And dude, I'll just use Forest Protection immediately. Heal your units back up, why not? There is potential to use Forest Protection a bit more aggressively if he saves it for later on. But it can be very awkward to do that. I think if I was Miniyeti here, I would just... I would simply just use Forest Protection for healing. Hey, bless you. Noybnyt. Thank you so much. That's Wang Di on the way now. Raijin is on the way for Eric, but Wang Di is an even bigger power spike. And I think an issue for Eric is the fact that his units, there's a lot of small archers here. There are 4 Bushi here. If nothing much happens until Wang Di is in, I think the Yinglong dragon is going to get a lot of value against what we're seeing right here. I don't think the Infernal One Yudos are particularly great against it. And then all Miniyeti has to do is focus down the 4 Bushi. And I can see Miniyeti doing really well here. Forest Protection used on the Baole as it's being targeted down by the One Yudo. And this forces a fight now. Thunderburst coming down as well. Miniyeti is not fighting inside the Forest Protection at all, actually. His army is kind of out of position, if you're asking me. Thunderburst getting a lot of value. Kusanagi still up and available. And the Force Protection is not doing much, because the army is not sitting on it. Great job with the 7 Infernal One Yudos doing so much damage to the Baole. Wang Di almost there. The Wang Di is so desperately needed right now. Kusanagi coming in, spreading those archers around. Lots of damage being dealt. And we see Bushido tier 3 in, of course, as well. So all these Japanese units are so strong right now. I think the Wang Di is gonna come in a bit too late, unfortunately, for Miniyeti. I loved the attempt here. I really loved it. But Eric is just too quick with his attack here. Dragon coming in. Let's see it. Another lightning weapons. And surely Yinglong right here. Yep. How much can it actually deal here? There's 3 Bushi, it's a ton of Infernal One Yudos, and the dragon is actually going down. I think maybe a bit of a poor job from Miniyeti trying to target down the Bushi. Should have done a much better job of that. The Yinglong is just slowly going down, and Eric losing a lot of units to be sure. But I wonder, is he not just able to replenish that more or less very easily? Bye to the Yinglong. Bye for now, and bye to Miniyeti. EricBR with a fairly dominant 3-1 victory here. GG, well played. Massive win here for EricBR. And yeah, good effort from Miniyeti. I have to say, the big mistake I saw from Miniyeti this game was just spamming peasants early on. Not utilizing your favor for either Yatse or Kuafu. You're not going to win games if you do that. But yeah, we loved the Uranus game from Miniyeti. That was really sick. But other than that, it seemed like Eric was just super dominant here. Eric goes to, what is this now, quarterfinals of the first week of Athens LAN qualifiers. Mosca versus EricBR. Wow, what a showdown. Mosca versus EricBR. That's going to be huge. The BR showdown. If he didn't do this push in the battle, he could turn bad for EricBR. Yeah, for sure. This push here was needed. If he hadn't done that, I think Miniyeti could have definitely won this game. But, you know, Eric, too experienced a player to just sit back and do nothing while the Chinese player is sitting inside their base. So, yeah, well played to Eric. Loved it. Might see if I can just get a ranked game in before it's bedtime for me. Hello, I am Boyd. Thank you so much for the raid. A Blaze River. Gotta go for Argentina game. Great casting. Good luck with streams. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much, A Blaze River. And thank you, Boyd. And welcome everyone here. Good luck to the Argentina squad. I'm based out of Germany. I'm in Denmark. So almost. What is showing by EricBR, huh? That's kind of sick. I didn't expect Eric to be that dominant. I knew he would put on a show for sure, but that was really good. We're in Denmark, up north. Are you Danish, since you ask? EricBR is cooking, right, Afim? Your boy is cooking. No, not Aarhus, even further north. Super sprecht Deutsch besser. Super sprecht Dänisch besser, wenn Deutsch, Dänisch. Oh my god. So true, ISO, so true. Germany out, Sweden out, next is Norway. No. Norway's going all the way. Norway's going all the way, folks. You heard it here first. Let's go Fushi. Fushi seems like a fun god. Yes, actually, falses. Exactly. Speak French fluently too. It's true. It is true. Précisément. What am I doing here? What is the build? I'm not actually sure. I don't know what I want to do. Let's just scout. We will herd these animals into the silo. You see your brother in Alba last month? Nice. It's a beautiful town. I like it here. New Aquafu Rush or Riot? Well, I'm playing Fushi, so get your pitchfork ready, I guess. Small bit of idle TT time there. Whatever. Alright, now we're making Kwafu. So we have 5, we'll be making, what is this, 8 peasants in total, and I think maybe we'll be able to just spam Kwafu from here on out. With our temple, with our Peach Blossom Spring, our favor income will be substantial. Play like I want. Well, I'm playing Fushi. Dude, I'm playing Fushi. I cannot do Nuwa Rush if I wanted to. Let's go and steal his relic on this side here. Yo, I'm against Poseidon. I haven't checked that at all. I wanted to do like a 2 TC boom, but versus Poseidon, probably unlikely. Oh, he's really rushing me. Whatever. We're getting 3 Kwafu out of it anyways. Karen's Obel, great versus Poseidon. Best relic versus Poseidon. Because I am gonna lose Vils. I know it. Get a silo going, why not?
准备好了，出发。遵命，出发。遵命。什么？出发。遵命。猎人。
Oh my god. Oh, I do have the food. Thank god. Okay.
请下命令，猎人。
请下命令。
Not the worst.
出发。遵命。出发。遵命。猎人。
By no means clean advance here.
准备好了。
Should be alright. I can even get a few extra
请下命令。
pioneers out.
出发。
He's going for a slow start, I guess, because he's picking up relics. Speed of Mythians, he's gonna have faster centaurs. It's gonna suck for me.
准备好了。
下命令。是的。
Let's get this guy onto wood.
请下命令。建筑猎人。是的。
So when we advance, we want Neja out, and we want to make a military barracks for Halberdiers.
遵命。出发。
Yo, he's not advancing fast at all.
遵命。出发。
3 Kuafu build. I wanted 4, but we'll say 3 is gonna suffice. Whatever.
遵出发。什么？
是的。好的。遵命。是的。好的。
是的。建筑猎人。遵命。出发。遵命。出发。
So we're building up a squad, and then we'll be moving out slowly.
遵命。出发。遵命。
Because we want to know if he's too cheesy booming, obviously. I guess Neja can figure that out while we're playing defense with everything else. I think that's a good way of doing things.
出发。请下命令。建筑工。建筑工猎人。什么？
准备好了，出发。
If he is too cheesy booming, we could try the Nuba angle.
出发。遵命。出发。出发。
是的。
I'm not going forward with these. Like, it's so bad if he gets caught by Hibius.
走起。
So I'll just remain in a defensive position for now.
好，没攻击。出发。没问，走起，揍他。出发。
Oh, I think he's too cheesy booming.
请下命令。出发。
I think he is.
遵命。
准备好了。
This is not a wall you make if you're on one town center. Yep.
出发。走起，没问题。
Let's try,
遵命。出发。什么？
出发。遵命。建筑猎人。请下命令。
是的。
建筑工。出走，没问，揍他。出发，攻击，出发，没问题。
遵命。
let's try the Nuba angle.
准备好了。遵命。建筑出发。出发。什么？出发。遵命。出发。遵命。
Making kids do all the work. Hell yeah.
遵命。出发。出发。遵命。
We want to know where he's hunting now.
出发。遵命。
Go over there again, see if he builds a wall. He might be.
准备好了，请下命令。好，出发。攻击。出发。遵命。是的，遵命。出发。
I really need to stop him from hunting wherever he is hunting. I need to be there. So let's swap over here now. Huge. It's 2 villagers killed already. I think maybe 3 here. Ignore the centaur.
出发。遵命。出发。遵命。攻击。出发。开战。出发。准备。遵命。
是的。
出发。遵命。是出发。是的。准备好了。出发。
People often ask me, how do you play against 2 town center boom if you're on 1 TC? This is what you gotta do. Gotta ensure that you kill villagers. Gotta ensure that they can't just get resources for free. And then behind it, we're going to be... I guess, you know what? We'll grab our own TC here.
出发，遵命。
It's because we did a bit of a miss macro, I guess.
好的。出发，攻击。
This is Qualifier rush angle. If I had the newer technology, I probably would, yeah.
开战，出发，遵攻击。出发，遵命。出发，准备好了，遵命。
遵命，是的。
The play here would actually be, in hindsight, I needed peasants on the Peach Blossom Spring, but they're too far from it now, to be honest.
出发。遵命。
It's got so many turkeys, that's crazy.
出发，遵命。出发，遵命。出发，出发，出发。
What's going on?
出发，遵命。是的。出发，遵命。出发。
是的，出发，遵命。是的，
是的。出发，遵命。出发，出发，遵命。出发，遵攻击。
We're not getting damage dealt, it seems, but we're forcing idle time and we're utilizing our military advantage to the best of our abilities. Oh no. It's too far. Well, I did some damage. I did as much as I could here. Now it's time to leave. I'm not too sure about the new buy angle, to be honest. Thinking maybe it's a bit of a grief.
是的，出发，遵命。好的。
Miss macroed so hard here. Like, I should not be on... I should still be on 1 TC here, if I'm being honest. I think that would be the proper play. Let's go make some Kuafu now. Well, we'll go Paole right here. How good is that going to be? Really good. Eventually.
准备出发，建筑遵命。
什么？好的。
什么？请下命令。
建筑工。
是的。建筑工，建筑工。
建筑工。
准备好了，请遵命。粮食工。
出发，遵命。
I think we're doing fine.
出发，遵命。
The Gomang angle, for sure.
是的，遵出发。请下命令。
是的，出发。是好的。
出发。
Maybe stop Kuafu production and go for the Taowu angle. I think that would be fun. Oh man, that's huge. Oh, so close. What was that? 3 Kuafu lost? That's crazy.
准备好了。
出发。
Poseidon OP.
出发。是的。
遵命，猎人。是的，农夫。
Let's get the crenellations. Should be very beneficial.
建筑工遵命。是的。建筑工，粮食工，出发。遵命。出发。遵命。
出发。好的，
请下出发。建筑工，建筑工。
出发。粮食工。
Oh man, I don't have any wood now.
出发。出发。
什么遵命？出遵命。
什么？
出发。
Not great for me.
遵命。出发。
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
准备好。遵命。伐木工。
Get some wood from here.
遵命。攻击。出发。遵命。出发。
是的，建筑工。
是的，建筑工。
准备好了。
遵命。什么？出发。
是遵命。是的。
遵命。猎人。 准备好了。什么？建筑工。
准备好了，出发。好，是的。
遵命。
不遵命。
Nice.
出发。什么？出发。建筑工。
Alright, I think soon enough we'll be very strong here.
请下命令，出发。遵命。遵命。出发。什么？
Let's just be a bit greedy over there.
出发。
Hey, we still go. We're still going.
什么？
出发。遵命。出发。伐木工。伐木工。
准备好了。好的，是的。好的，是的。好的，是的。
是的。遵命。
Oh, we don't have the upgrade. I thought we had it. Want that one. Need wood.
出发。遵命。
Ooh, that raid on my wood line was so bad for me.
出发。 遵命。
什么？准备伐木。遵命。出发。建筑工，请遵命。
出发。遵命。
Alright, let's move in. He's on this gold mine, so let's just quit fooling around and get on top of that.
猎人。
请下命令，出发。遵命。
How will go bowling? Yep. They do. Now they do it even more so than before. Hey, dude, this is by far the coolest myth. Is there ever a cooler myth unit than this? You know there isn't. I lost one of them.
准备好，出发。是的。出发。遵命。出发。出发。遵命。
My god! These raids.
请下命令。是的。遵命。出发。
I'm still fighting the bronze. That's not good.
遵命。
I don't have nearly enough production. My god. Because of the lag of wood from that one raid. So annoying.
准备好了。是的。是的。请下命令。准备好了。好的。
遵命。
请下命令。
出发。建筑工。建筑工。
准备好。出发。伐木工。
什么？建筑伐木。准备好了，请遵命。粮食工。
Another of these Tao very, very strong units. And we'll just make all the military units we can from the military camp.
遵命。出发。出发。出发。遵命。
Let's get guess just this one.
是的。好的。
出发。遵命。
One more Tao and we can go in again.
建筑工。
是的，遵命。建筑工。
Oh my god, we have so many resources.
遵命。遵命。出发。
是的。是的。
遵命。
We'll fight here. It's gonna be good. Hey! This is fantastic.
出发。好的。
出发。准备好了。
什么？出发。建筑工。
遵命。出发。建筑工。
请下建筑工。
I'm missing gold.
建筑工。矿工。 出发，遵命。
遵出。是的。
出发，出发。
What is this market doing there? Don't ask me.
遵命，建筑工。开战攻击。是的。遵命，遵命。
什么？遵命。遵命。好。是的。
遵命，攻击。
什么？好的。是的。
准备好建筑矿工。
出发。
Dude, he's gotta be so tilted about the tower at this stage.
开战！遵命出发！遵命出发！遵命！出发！遵命！
This Bowley is gonna be huge.
请下命，遵命，出发，遵命。建筑工，建筑工。
出发！
I don't know what I'm... Oh. Another tower. I was like, what am I spinning favor on? I guess the tower.
什么？准备好了。建筑工，建筑工。
准备好了。好的。是的。
遵命。是的。
出发。
Okay, let's move in now.
出发。是的。遵命。
遵命。
请下命令。是的。出发。攻击。遵命。出发。遵命。请出发。是的。好的。遵命。准出发。遵命出发。前进。
GG! I think I I focused a bit too much of my attention on microing the Taowu. I kind of forgot about everything else. It's so incredible. So incredible what you can do with that unit. Big eco advantage here. It's from the moment I start getting the third town center advantage here. You're so sad when you don't roll any Tao on Shenong. Yeah, it's just the best, isn't it? I think Baihu are really, really good as well. The Tao Che, I think, underwhelming in my book. It's so hard to get the stacks in with them. If you do manage to eat 3 or 4 of these units with the Tao Che, I think they're very strong as well. But if you don't manage to do that, I think they're very underwhelming. Yeah, that's the thing. So even when you get them, it's very easy for enemy to just focus them down. They're not that tongy. Let's hope Argentina lose the World Cup. Whoa, why? I don't mind the Argentina team. They're against Cape Verde, though. Fan favorite Cape Verde. Switzerland beat Algeria. Portugal beat Croatia. Australia lost to Egypt in a penalty. Surely Argentina beats Cape Verde. Honestly, round of 32. Even now, there's so many meme games going on. The teams are kind of lame. Canada, Morocco. I guess Morocco's a good team these days. Colombia, Ghana. It's not a great game. Argentina lose versus Cape Verde. Dude, Cape Verde went 1-1 against Spain. Mount Olympus. This is an Odin angle. Hello, Endonara. Welcome. Is Magic washed? Nah. There's 5 attempts at qualifying for Athens. He'll come back. Have faith. I feel like I'm being flashbanged a bit here with the snow on the terrain. Oops. What is this? Yeah, obviously he's rusty, Magico. He's not at his top level. That goes without saying. But there's 5 attempts at qualifying. And no doubt in my mind, he'll do much better than this in one of the subsequent ones. Yeah, Spain, Portugal gonna be hype, for sure. Dude, I'm pressing Q on these Ravens. Screw that. I don't want to scout. This is an auto scout. Am I playing with Tunison tomorrow? Yes, I am. It's gonna be a good series, hopefully. Very, very rough one for me. But it's okay. Wait, I'm looking for relics in the middle of the map when I need to be on the outer skirts of the map. Yeah, Tunison's amazing. He's gonna qualify to Athens. I have no doubt about it. Oh, this map is huge. So hard, man. How are you supposed to find the relics here, actually? There's no real trick to it, other than being a bit lucky, I guess. Oh man, I need house.
Satt. Timbursveit.
Tilbúin, hver sá timbursveit? Tilbúin, ég vil. Satt, já.
What are we doing here, man? What are we doing?
Já, satt, ég vil. Tilbúin.
Let's stay here and then...
Skipan, já. Skipan, já. Tilbúin.
Need to kill some goats here. Sorry, goats.
Skip samþykkt. Ég vil. Satt. Samþykkt.
Hver er það?
What do you think he's doing?
Tilbúin, já, satt. Ég vil. Já.
Ja, já, samþykkt.
Tilbúin. Hver er það? Satt, já, samþykkt. Já, satt. Ég vil. Já, satt. Samþykkt, já.
So hard to be aggressive on Hades. I can force a sentinel, that's nice, I guess.
Samþykkt, já. Ég vil. Satt. Tilbúin, já.
Aw.
Ég vil. Samþykkt, já. Ég satt. Já.
Dude, what is he doing? Is he on... doing village center or something crazy?
Skipan, ég vil. Til samþykkt, já. Ég vil. Satt.
Maybe fast heroic?
Ég, já.
It's Athena, though.
Satt. Ég vil, já. Hver er þar?
Hver er
Ég
það?
samþykkt.
Satt. Grjótsveit.
Já, satt. Hver er ég satt? Já. Tilbú. Skip, satt. Samt, ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Satt.
Tilbúin. Ég vil. Fjósamaður.
Já, fjósamaður.
Já, satt. Fjósamaður.
Hver er það? Já, samþykkt. Samþykkt.
I'm not sure what we're doing here.
Ég vil, já. Samþykkt.
This map is confusing me so hard because it's so big.
Satt.
Why have those villages on control group? It's from the arcade gauge. It's when I swap them from gold back to food. It's just nice to have them on control group because then I check the gold mine for a certain number and then I swap them back when they reach that number.
Tilbúin, ég vil.
I don't use it anymore
Hver er þar?
at this stage.
Tilbú. Hver er ég, já.
Já,
Tilbúin.
Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Hver er þar? Satt.
Very slow second TC here.
Já.
Já,
Samþykkt.
ég vil. Samþykkt. Já,
Já,
grjótsveit.
grás. Til ég, já.
ég
Ég,
vil.
já. Satt, já.
Já, satt.
Já, tilbúin.
Samþykkt. Ég,
Ég
já,
vil.
satt, já, samþykkt. Ég, já. Ég vil, satt, já, ég vil. Til
Ég
satt,
vil.
atrás.
Skipan.
Til orustu.
Nice, that's good.
Já,
Fyrr samþykkt. Til, já.
Skipan. Samþykkt. Já, satt.
tilbúin.
Fyrr skip. Ég vil, já. Fyrr satt.
Dude, I wonder what he's doing. He's playing it so strange.
Tilbúin, já. Hver er þar? Já.
Get Riksdula.
Já.
Oh, he's on this town center.
Hver er þar?
Well, it's alright.
Atrás.
We'll make a forward base here and really pressure him.
Ég vil. Já, samt, já. Já. Ég vil. Timbursveit. Satt. Timbursveit. Skip. Já. Ég vil. Satt.
Let's hunt there. We
Ég vil. Já.
Já,
So we're on 2 TCs. We have Riksdula. I think we can put on the pressure here.
Hver er samþykkt?
Just need a longhouse as well. No walls or buildings is stressing you. You're right.
Samþykkt, já.
Let's
Ég vil. Samþykkt. Satt.
get that fixed.
Já. Ég vil. Til orustu. Skip. Hver er já.
Hver er þar? Skrifa vil. Samt veiðimaður.
Tilbúin. Hver er það? Já, samþykkt. Timbursveit. Já, satt. Samþykkt.
This is a good little attack I'm doing here.
Já. Samþykkt. Ég aðra. Já. Tilbúin. Hver er það?
Big attack, actually.
Já, satt. Something.
Til orðslægið fram. Já.
Tilbúin.
I'm not killing any vills though, like
Ég vil.
focus fire isn't there.
Já. Til orðuslag.
Til
Hver er það?
Now I am.
Já. Já.
Oh, that's so bad.
Ég, já.
Ég vil.
Tilbúin. Satt. Til orðuslag. Something. Ég vil. Hver er þar? Samþykkt.
Já, samþykkt.
Já. Satt. Já. Til orðuslag. Ég vil. Satt. Something.
I think we should grab a third TC, to be honest. This game is turning out to be,
Ég vil. Já, samþykkt.
I think, a bit on the slow end. He's just playing full defense, you know?
Something.
Samþykkt.
Atrás.
Ég vil. Samþykkt. Til já. Atrás.
Til
Oh my god, my Iron Harry special didn't work.
Something. Já. Til samþykkt.
Skipan. Ég vil.
Satt. Já. Fjósama.
Já. Satt. Ég vil. Satt. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin.
Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já.
Skip. Já. Satt.
Tilbúin var já. Grjótsveit.
Samþykkt. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Já, samþykkt. Já. Já. Ég, já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Ég vil. Til orð. Já. Samsækið. Ég vil.
Got some nice villager kills, plus the fact that I'm on Reeks Thula, and soon 3 town centers, so all in all, I think we're doing alright.
Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Já. Já. Ég samþykkt.
He's just walling up so much.
Tilbúin.
Need to do the same.
Já. Samþykkt. Já. Satt. Ég vil.
Ég vil. Já. Ég samt. Já. Ég vil. Já.
Tilbúin. Hver er það?
Satt. Skip har samþykkt.
Já. Satt.
Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt satt. Tilbúin. Hver er þar? Já. Já. Satt. Veiðimaður.
Hver er þar? Já.
Skipan. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt.
This game is...
Ég vil. Já. Ég
Man, I don't know about this map. It's so good for playing defense and wally.
Tilbúin. Ég samþykkt. Já. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Satt. Samþykkt.
Skipan.
Definitely a Skadi angle. Gonna need that frost, I think.
Fjósamaður.
Til já.
Bro,
Samþykkt.
get going.
Samþykkt. Til orðustu satt. Já. Ég vil. Hver er það? Samþykkt.
Já. Samþykkt.
Til satt. Já.
Til orðslag. Til ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Til ég vil. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin.
Hver er það?
Já. Já. Ég vil.
Ah,
Já.
no, no.
Já.
Tilbúin.
Where's my army at? Here?
Satt.
Hver er það? Já.
Til ég vil.
Tilbúin. Ég vil.
I didn't lose too many of these. Bro, he's just going... He's full walls and Toxotes. What am I playing against here? My god.
Skip hann.
Skip tilbúin. Hver er það? Já. Ég vil.
Is this gonna amount to anything? No.
Já. Ég vil. Satt. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Get out. This is so slow.
Ég
Need-
vil. Já. Ég vil.
Atrás. Ég samþykkt.
Hver er það? Satt.
Where are all my units at, man?
Sam. Ég vil. Satt.
Hver er það? Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Satt.
Já. Samþykkt. Til skipið.
It's so stressful to play on.
Skipan.
Oops.
Já. Tilbúin, ég vil samþykkt.
Atrás.
Hver er þar?
Já,
Come on.
Atrás.
Skipa, ég vil fjósamaður.
Skip tilbúin. Hver er þar?
Ég vil.
No, that's curse. No, it's not. That's huge.
Til já, ég satt, ég vil.
Tilbúin,
Ég vil.
satt. Timbursveit.
Ja, já.
Já,
Já,
Til ég samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Samþykkt. Já, tilbúin.
tilbúin. Á,
Já, já, til samþykkt.
já, satt,
Need more.
ég vil.
Já,
Need more hill forts for Hosgals.
já, ég vil. Tilbúin. Já, samþykkt. Ég vil. Skip. Tilbúin. Já, já, tilbúin. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Já,
Satt, já,
skipan. Já,
skipan, hver samþykkt? Ég vil veiðimaður. Já, satt. Timbursveit. Tilbúin, satt. Ég vil satt. Ég vil satt. Ég vil. Skisa, ég vil.
tilbúin.
til. Já,
Ég vil. Satt, samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Satt,
já, sækir.
já, hver já, samþykkt. Ég vil.
Tilbúin.
Tilbúin. Já, til já,
Ég
ég
vil.
samþykkt. Satt, já, atrás. Ég vil.
Já. Til orðstu samþykkt. Rás. Ég, já, tilbúin.
Samþykkt.
Samþykkt.
Já, satt. Til samþykkt.
Ég, já.
Skip, já, satt.
Já, já, ég vil. Já,
Samþykkt.
Ég vil, satt. Já,
I need to do a better job of countering the enemy archers, so I need to build more anti-archer units.
Grjótsveit.
Skip. Já, ég vil.
Skipan. Tilbúin.
Já, já.
tilbúin.
Tilbúin.
Hver samþykkt. Ég satt. Til samþykkt. Ég vil.
Amazing.
Já. Hver er þar? Skipan. Já.
Ég vil. Skipan.
Satt.
Oh, he's gonna siege down this TC now.
Já,
Já. Samþykkt.
skipan. Já, grjótsveit.
Hver er þar? Ég vil.
Já, ég
ég
vil.
vil satt. Ég vil.
Tilbúin. Já, satt. Já, ég satt. Já, satt. Ég satt. Já, satt. Ég vil.
Tilbúin. Já. Já. Satt.
Já, timbursveit.
Til ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Já, satt. Samþykkt.
Já.
Tilbúin. Ég, já.
Til ég vil. Já. Já, ég vil. Samþykkt. Samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Já, satt.
Já. Tilbúin.
Samþykkt. Já.
Ég vil.
Til ég vil. Samþykkt. Satt.
Já. Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Já, samþykkt. Skip. Ég vil.
Tilbúin. Já. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Já.
Tilbúin. Satt.
Ég vil.
Ég samþykkt. Já.
It's so cool playing against
Satt.
pure walls and archers and
Ég vil.
buildings.
Satt.
Já. Ég, já.
This is lovely.
Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Ég vil. Samþykkt. Orðstu. Já. Skip
Tilbúin, hver er það? Timbursveit.
Já, ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Til orðuslag. Já. Sætið fram. Já.
GG. "19 minutes and I could win a fight." That's nice. That's Norse in 2026. Drag the game out long enough that you get an unstoppable army. But like the first 20 minutes, you'll never win a fight. Eventually you can. The frustrations were mounting. Yep. Norse OP, they need to be nerfed. I think the portable rams are actually really strong in a fight here. Not just for taking down buildings, but also for soaking up Toxotic fire. Look at my army. 25 Huskarls, 11 Great Jarls, 6 portable rams against just Toxotes. I don't know. I think maybe Norse is all right on this map because it's so big. It's very hard to punish Norse. Like, he's got his death ball rolling, but it still takes some time to come online because the map is so vast, so big. And then during it, I get to do side builds like this. Yeah, the denial of this 30C was huge. I needed to probably be a bit more active up there consciously as well. I had villagers who were just gathering here, and then I noticed it. But I should have been up here earlier, wall this off, start grabbing this TC. MRTT. Who are you? I remember playing with you a few times in Mike Love. Sick. Do I remember your name from back in the day? Matt Mister or Sleeks. Sick. I don't remember your name, to be honest, but that's pretty cool. Yeah. This game is great, by the way. If you want more than just nostalgia, I think AOM right now is a great game. I'm a pro. Hell yeah. Do you see there's going to be a LAN in Athens in September? So, yeah, AOM is going great. We love AOM. Why do you say that about Norse? What did I say about Norse? What I said about Norse is that you don't win fights early on. As soon as your opponent gets like 20, 25 units or so, you're not going to win fights any longer. And so all you can do is drag the game out with your stupid walls, your stupid hill forts, your stupid frost, stupid undermine on the fortress. You got to do all these small little tricks to drag the game out, and then eventually, like right now, my units are so heavily teched and so specialized in taking down archers that now I can win a fight. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I played other RTS games as well, like AoE4 and like Warcraft 3. I played 1 or 2 games of Warcraft 3. It's just anything I see. It doesn't seem nearly as cool as AOM. AoE 3 is beautiful. It's such a beautiful game. It's on the same engine as AOM Retold. That's really beautiful too. But other than that, you're not gonna find better looking RTS games. So crazy how good looking AOM is. But that's it for me. Thanks everyone for stopping by today. A Blaze Fire, you're not here, but thank you for the donation. And Sins, thank you for the gifted subs earlier. Also, Tunison, thank you for the dino dance. That's so kind. Good luck tomorrow, Tunison. It's going to be such a good series, I hope. I don't think we have a time yet, but I think it's going to be one of the later series. Because Tunison is in Americas, of course. And I did say I prefer one of the later ones as well. Last series, all right, cool. It's perfect. But yeah, everyone make sure to join in on Boyd's stream tomorrow. Moose, Motabar, whoever is streaming.